what's going on? It's us, Mr. Under. Okay, that was the weirdest intro I think I've ever done. It's me and Jack, Mr. Under over here. High five. And today, I decided to talk about something that I just want my opinion out there on it. Is, what's it called? Baltimore riots. Now, if you don't know what that is, in Baltimore, there was a man called Freddie Gray a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who passed away because he got arrested. I'm not going to go into detail.
Yes, I'm done.
I'm not going to go into detailed reports on what happened because that's a completely different can of worms. But basically, he was supposedly struggling in a bunch of things, and he hurt his spine, and he came out dead from the police car, almost fine walking in. But basically, everyone's like, oh my god, now they peacefully protested, and then all of a sudden a couple people started fighting in the streets, and overnight it became something out of the Hunger Games, where half the city was just on fire, and people were punching police officers, and it was a mess, and it's still going on. I believe it's not going to be as bad. It's just like one night something's going to burst, and then it's going to be fine. But that's basically what's been happening in America. Right, like a couple hundred miles away from us, which is kind of scary. So I think it's time. That's the facts. I think now it's time to state our opinions. So Jack, would you like to go first? So what's your personal opinion on what's going on and everything?
I feel like they should riot.
Here's what, do you think it's necessary? Do you think there's any point in robbing your own liquor stores and burning down your city?
I mean, yeah, that's just a reason to rob.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we have to look at. This is just a reason for people to rob, but like from a rioter's aspect, these sick irony and stupidity is, okay, so they think the law has been violated, right? So you're going to break the law? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, so...
No, it's not that, like, a law has been violated. It's just that they feel that it's racial inequality.
Yes. Good vocabulary there. I agree. It's just like, I understand, but in any way, I do not permit robbing stores or attacking and attempting to kill police officers as well as burning down houses and businesses. That's not going to get you anywhere. Do something constructive. Build a monument that says, you know what, F you, police. I would support that. Fair enough, I believe police had some sort of doing in Freddie Gray's death. Do I believe it was a case of racism? Probably not. But, again, I don't know the juicy details. I just know enough to say... I just know enough to think that what's going on is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. They're just going to burn your city. Well, why? What are you accomplishing? I mean, besides getting free stuff, but still.
Yeah. Go to bed, alright. Okay.
So personally, I don't understand what that's accomplishing.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Now, riots like these happen all the time, so I'll probably go into that detail. But basically, the way I look at it is, they're trying to think, oh yeah, the law, they believe that their rights as a human have been violated, so we're going to burn down our own city because that's going to make a point. It's not going to make a point. I can tell that much. I personally believe that there's better, more productive, quite literally probably more productive and constructive ways to solve out their problems. I just feel like what they're doing, it doesn't make sense. That, okay, we're angry, so let's kill some people, or attempt to kill. I don't think there's any fatalities. But, I mean, if you look at the images, they're just burning down police cars. I mean, look it up if you haven't seen any images. If there are any foreign viewers, this is about 100 miles away from me, which is the scariest bit for me, is the fact that hell is kind of near me, although I don't think it'll spread to New York, I feel like. But I mean, just a couple, I didn't even know, but I saw, like, I don't remember where else, I saw there was, like, another riot somewhere, I don't know where, I think it was in California, maybe? I have no idea, I'll have to look it up. But another riot, it was because of and it was connected with the Freddie Gray thing. Freddie Gay was, by the way, the man who was murdered. But the way I look at it, it's not like, oh, they killed an unjustified man. Hell no. He ran from the police just looking at them. So they kind of had to make a judgment call. Maybe they were a bit too rough, but his criminal record was very, very well known. He had over 20 offenses from what I saw. I don't know what completely happened. I may do a very detailed video, an edited video on the whole entire scenario. But for now, not yet. I don't know. Again, getting back to the point, it doesn't make sense what they're doing. It's just I'm trying to figure it out without repeating myself. But I can't explain it because it's just a case where it's just like the way about it, it's insane. That's the only way I can describe it. Insane, like both like whoa, dude, insane, and insane like this is insane. Basically, I find it insane in like that good or interesting ways, and you think this is something that you see out of a war zone. In fact, they're seeing a couple hundred miles away. It's actually kind of crazy. It's a thing that you see once in your lifetime, and I think that's neat. But it's insane. Like this is insane. You're burning down your city, and it's almost scary to a factor of how close it is. That's what freaks me out. So yeah, again, if anybody's thinking about rioting, I'll put it this way: what are you accomplishing? What are you literally accomplishing? Like tell me what you're trying to accomplish, and I'm sure I can give you a logical answer of why. It's like I said, they feel that. Like I said in my first video about the African American, again, I'm not trying to be racist, but when it comes to, not including, because most recently white police officers have been the highest crime rate. I was wrong about that statistic, but I'm talking about non-police officer. I'm talking about your everyday folk. The majority of crime dealers are still African American. Again, not trying to be racist here, but that's a fact. Look at the statistics, and the kind of weird thing is that it's weird that it's kind of weird that it's like it's you think, well, even white people have been here longer, and yet the black people, the way I look at it is that they were literally thrown out of Africa, just ripped out of their homeland, forced to learn our language and do our biddings. That's already a lot of animosity between the whites. When slavery stopped, okay, fine, but they're still treating us as unequal. And this whole entire time, even now, racism is still a problem, but it's not as bad. But even now, it's like, it's just, okay, so fine. It took years for them to even have equal rights. Never mind be considered as equal. So the whole time they felt oppressed and they felt angry and just forced back, and they couldn't do anything. And I honestly cannot blame them, because it sucks that they've had so much oppression, and that's why it's not because, oh yeah, black people show people. No, black people are brilliant people. They're great people. I love them. Bits. Well, unless they're rioting and burning down their own city, that's a different story. But that's stereotyping the whole entire black populace. And so there's been a lot of good points of people who are actually sensible. It's like really, if you're trying to impose saying black rights, this is not a good example. And I'd have to agree. Basically, the way I look at this whole entire situation is that they're just angry and lashing out over the amount of hate that they've had for hundreds of years now. And that's why their crime rate is so high now. Because black people are bad people. No, it's all because the fact that we've almost made them so angry they just snap and think. And I think also it doesn't help. It's not as bad as people think. It's not like, oh, when you see a black person, run for your life. It's, okay, if you look at Vine videos today, I'm not going to hate on any Viners. I think Vine is freaking hilarious. Probably one of the best things I've seen when it comes to social media, and it's funny as hell. But the way I view it is that, like, if you look at Viners like King Batch, he'll go with the stereotype that black people are bad, but that doesn't really help their image. He'll go for the fact that black people are bad. And in that instance, I will have to say, yeah, it doesn't help that people are almost, even black people, the people who are considered bad, are going with the stereotype. Am I saying, oh yeah, no, black crime, no, not a problem. I'm still going to say, yeah, a lot of African Americans, not a lot. I'm trying to say, without being as racist as possible, is that still a large amount of the black populace has a decent thing in crime. Yes, I speak good English. But people in the black populace have a crime record, and that's gonna happen. That's just what's gonna happen. And it's when it comes and you're saying, no, you just said the police officer thing. Yes, police officers do have was recently the highest thing of crime, from what I've heard, although that could have changed, especially with now recently. So basically, the way I look at it is, it's that they're not bad people. They're not doing criminal things because they're bad people. It's because of what we've done, the American society has done, and viewed their image as. And I think they've gone along with it, and people say, well, oh, that is how we are. Let's act like it. And if you're black, I'll be like, I don't want to have to prove this stereotype. I want to prove this stereotype wrong. And I feel like it's not, I'm not going to say it's the black people's fault that they're bad. No, it's not at all. It's the American race did this. But a lot of black people went with the stereotype and said, oh yeah, I'm bad. But then people and human instincts said, wait a minute. Black people are saying this, so they are bad. It's not just us being racist; they even know it, and that's what happens. So the way I look at it is, yeah, that's the moral, more or less. I don't know what else to say. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's all I have right now. I'm going to do another video, I think, on this because I love the series. I know everyone's like, oh, it's controversial as hell, son. Yeah, it is. That's why it's called Touchy Topics. So yeah. I think I'm gonna end this video here, guys. I don't know what to do next. I don't know. You back?
I'm back.
Alright, I'm just ending up the video. I'll post it tonight. Oh, I'll at least post one tonight. I'll post one tonight.
You know who you should invite to the Skype call?
Who?
Your bae.
Yeah, but she's antisocial sometimes. And also, bleh.
She's what?
She's semi-antisocial. Like, when she's on Skype call with other people, she just doesn't talk at all.
And you said bleh. Why bleh?
Bleh. Bleh, bleh, blah, bleh. I don't know. I said it because I could. Also because I'm too lazy, I can't be bothered. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here, so hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you agree with my opinion, leave a comment below on how you agree. If you dislike it, do not hate my opinion. It's just, as I said, it's just my opinion. It's just what I believe on the subject. If you're against it, post your opinion in the comments and be respectful of mine and me and Jack's. Hope you all enjoyed this relation. You'll see the episode. Hope you all enjoyed this touchy topic reviews on the Baltimore riots and racism. If you did, please high-five the like button. Means a lot. Do basic stuff like commenting, subscribing, spread the word of the channel. If you want to, follow my Instagram, love that I can my notes too. But mainly, follow my Twitter, Mr. Under Over. Keep on clicking on. See you all later, guys. Oh, God.